Welcome back to Snippet Code, and we are back with the second episode of our series of internet streaming radio application. And in this video we will learn how to download data from HTTP GET request and also save that data in the SQLite and show that local data in the application. So let's get started. So this is our JSON file, and in that JSON file we are having an array of data, and in that array of data we having a radio model that will contain the variables of ID, radio name, radio URL, then radio description, then we have a radio short description, and then we have a radio website name, then we have a radio pic URL. And so first of all we have to add two packages in that pub spec. First one is a HTTP and the second one is a SQLite. So now we will create two files. First one will be a base model dot file, and that we will make it as an abstract class, and we will add one method that will be from JSON, and that will contain a parameter of map string dynamic, and a parameter name is JSON. So this tutorial we have already done in our previous video of HTTP request, and if you have not seen that video you can see that video. The link is in the description. Then we will create db model.date file, and we will name it as a db base model, and in that we will have a int id, and then we have a method of toMap, and this db base model file we will use in the SQLite. So now we will modify our radio API model class according to our need. So we will add one list radio model, and that we will fill from the JSON data like this way. And before doing that we have to create one class file that will be a radio model, and we will extend that file to db base model, and we will create one variable that will be a string table and name it the table name over here, and we are taking as a radios. Then we have a variables which we have to map with that JSON file. First one is the ID, then we have a radio name, then we have a radio URL, and we have a radio description, radio website, radio pic, and also we have one variable of is bookmark that we will cover in the later videos when we cover that bookmark section. So here we are initializing that radio model class, and here we are mapping that our radio model with the JSON, and here we are using this from map we will use in the SQLite, and toMap also we will use in the SQLite. And here we are doing this dot data, and then we are mapping it from that radio model file from JSON like this way. Now in the utility folder we will create one class file that will be a db_service.dart file. So here what we are doing, we are making it as an abstract class, and here we are calling that database. We are calling one variable that will be a database, and here we are putting that database version over here. Then we are making one method that will initialize method. In that method what we are doing, we are checking that if the db is not null then we will return it. And then in the try catch what we are doing here is we are getting the path of the database, and there we are joining that path with our application db name. We are making it as a radio app.db, and then we are opening the database with the help of that path, the version number, and onCreate method. In the onCreate method what we are doing, we are just executing our tables, and first table we are executing is radio table, and it's having a column ID column. Then we have a radio name, then we are having a radio URL, then we have a radio description, then we have a radio website name, then we have a radio pic. And we are also creating one more table over here that we will use in our later videos. In that table we are making it as a radios bookmark, and there we are providing two columns. One is a ID, that will be our radio ID, and the second one is a favorite. So to make the radio as a favorite, so we are also having a two method over here. Both are the future method, and first one is a query method, and we are just passing that table name over here in the query. And second one is a insert method, and we are passing table name, and then we passing the model over there. So this model, DB base model, which we have created earlier, this one, what we are doing here is we are providing the ID over here, then we are providing that to map over here. Now we will create one more class over here, that will be our web service.dart file. So what we are doing here is we have created one method that is a get data method, and in that method we are providing the URL, then we are providing the base model, and here in the response we are getting http.get, and we are passing the URL, and we are checking here if the status code is 200, then we will do that base model dot from JSON, and then we are decoding our response body, and then we are returning that base model. In the else condition we are throwing the exception over here. So now this we have created two files, that is first one is a DB service.dart file, and another one is a web service.dart file. So now we will create one more folder, that will be a services folder. In that folder we will create one file that will be a db download service.dart file. So basically what we are doing here is we have created one method that is local db available, and there what we are doing, we are calling that db.int, and then we have created one list parameter, and then we are calling our db.query, and we are providing that table name, and then we are checking the length. So basically what we are doing here is we are checking that if we have a local data or not. If we don't have any local data, then we will download from the server. And we have also created one more method, that is fetch all radios, and what we are doing here is we are providing that service response is equal to await web service.get data, and we are providing the API URL, and here in the second parameter we are providing that radio API model, and then we are returning that service response. Now we have created a final method which we will use in the UI, that is named as a fetch local db, and here we are checking if not of is local db available, then we will call the http request to fetch the JSON data, and then we will check the length. If the length of the JSON is more than 0, then we will initialize our database, and then we will loop through our API model, and then we will insert input database. We will use db.insert, and then we will use the table name, and here we are passing that radio model over here, and then in the result, and then we will call our database to fetch that local data, and then we will do the mapping of that local data to our radio model class, and then we are returning that radio model class over here. So now we will use that db download service in our UI file. So now we will update our radio page. We have updated our radio list page. In the previous video we are just providing the hardcode values. Now we are providing the values from the local database. What we are doing here is we are calling our future builder over here, and in the future we are providing that db download service dot fetch local db, and here in the builder we are providing the context, and then we are providing the async snapshot of our list radio models. And here what we are checking that radios has data. Then we are calling our expand method, which we have used earlier also with that hardcode values. And here we are in the item count, we are providing radios dot data dot length. In that item builder we are just change that radio model to radius dot data, then we are providing the index number over here, and rest of the method is same which we have covered in our last UI video. Now we will call this method. So let's run the application to see how it's fetched data from that database. So now we will run our application in the debug mode to see how it will do step by step. So now we got our debugger here. So what it's doing, it calling our fetch all radius method, and we are getting data from that API service. Here we get all the data. Now here we are checking the length of the data. If it's more than 0, then we are initiating our method, our database. And here we are doing for each, and in that inserting in the database. Once that for each is done, then we will check it query in the database, and we will get all the data from that database. Now the data has been filled in our local database. Now we are doing the mapping part over here. Now all the records we are getting from the SQLite. Here we got radius dot has data is true. Then here we are getting the length of 40. So here we are getting all that data. It's all coming from that database. That's all in this video, and I hope you all learned that how to use that HTTP request and local database to show the data in our UI part. So in our next video we will cover that provider state management and what all we are doing here with the help of that future builder. In our next video we will cover that provider and use that provider to show the data, and also do other things like that bookmark and all. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like, comment and share. Thank you all.